there, my name's Tina with The Thankful Planner. Welcome back to my channel. If you're a subscriber and if you haven't subscribed, please go down and click on the subscribe button and thumbs up if you like what you see. Today I'm doing something a little bit differently. This is a view of my desktop that you're seeing right now. Today I'm going to be showing you how to download stickers from Etsy, these lovely weekly kits that you see lots of us using, and how you download them and you use them with your Cricut machine. Now I know that people with Silhouette, it seems to be very simple. There are not so many that offer that same facility for Cricut users. I have a Cricut Maker and I've had some struggles with some of the stickers that I've downloaded. I often find that the sticker store owners are very helpful, but please check in the descriptions before you download stickers. Make sure that it offers that service for Cricut owners. I've gone so far as to now downloading files that have the PNG because that is the file you need, but it's not always exactly how you would like it. And so today I'm going to show you some of the problems and some solutions. I am an Adobe affiliate, just to let you know. I use Adobe through my work and also through my leisure, through my hobbies. I make stickers with Adobe software, and so I will be using Adobe today. All of my film editing is done in Adobe Premiere, and my audio is edited in Audition by Adobe. So I'm not just trying to push it, I use it every day for my work and also for my pleasure. I've got a couple of sticker kits that I've put down here. Now these are for the Mini Happy Planner. Well, one's for the Mini Happy Planner and the other is for the Hobonichi Weeks, but you can use the Hobonichi Weeks stickers in your Mini Happy Planner, and I will actually link to the lovely lady, I can't remember her handle on Instagram, but I will link to her, the lady that gave me the idea to use a Hobonichi Weeks sticker kit in my Mini Happy Planner. But anyway, let's open up the PNG file to show you what I'm talking about. Now this PNG file will work perfectly in your Cricut machine. You can drop it straight, you can upload it straight into your Cricut machine. One of the things I do when I do these sorts of stickers is I leave the bleed on, and if you're a Cricut user you're going to know what I'm talking about. So you leave the bleed on because then you don't get any white space around it. So this comes out great, and why I'm leaving this up here is because I want to show you where I struggle with the problems and where you're going to have some issues with. So let's just zoom in a bit. Now really what we want to look at, and for some reason the Mac shortcuts don't work in the previewing pictures. Really what we want to look at is that you have this white space around the outside of these objects, and that is what you need with your Cricut machine. It has to have these, otherwise it will try to cut out all of the. So looking at this Hoover, if I didn't have this white space here, the Cricut machine would try to cut out all of these areas, and it is honestly, it's a nightmare. I've put it through, it's happened before, and it takes hours and it messes it up. So it messes the sticker sheet up, and you're going to get all little bits of stickers. Now this one has got a very tiny one, but you don't really need it for this. So, and if you're going to put a bleed on it, which is what I would do, it would then bleed this white area out a little bit, so you'd have a little bit more space there. Anyway, so that is the solution. This is the way it should be. Now I've removed the name of the sticker shop where I got this because I don't think it's fair on her. I haven't contacted her and asked her to help. I want to show you what you get if you just download a PNG and it doesn't specifically say it's for a Cricut machine. This is what you will get. Now I think you can see straight away the problems here. So if my Cricut machine, let's go in a bit more so you can see, like, one of the worst ones I think over here is this branch. Now if this went into my machine as it is, the machine will try to cut around all of these edges, and it's not going to work. It just wouldn't work. So how do I get around it? You know, it's going to be the same with this. You're going to have the same, and particularly words and lettering. Even these, the Cricut will try to cut around the edge. Then it will try to cut around the inside portion as well, and you'll get some crazy looking sticker. Also these. So we're talking about lettering. The Cricut machine is going to try and cut around and on the inside too all of these spaces. So it just looks like a mess. So what I'm going to do is show you how you are able to resolve the issue. Let's come out a little bit. And then it gives you lots more options as well. So you don't have to then stick to just downloading weekly kits that are specifically for Cricut. Okay, so let us open Photoshop. Let's see what we got. Okay, so I've got Photoshop open. So we are going to, this document is on the desktop. So what you can do with Photoshop is you don't need to go create new document. You can just grab the document that you want and drag it into this area and Photoshop will open. Now my hard drive is jam-packed at the moment with stuff, so this is going to be a bit slow. This is what we have. Now we are going to try to resolve this issue, and let's move in a little bit now. Let's just zoom in. Well, for this there are two solutions to this. The easiest one would be to make a stroke on it. So I have double clicked on this area and this brings up this layer styles box. And so I would like to make a stroke. So I'm going to click on this and it creates an outside stroke that's 5 pixels wide. And you can now see that it has resolved some of the problems. So let's just go in. So it's a quick fix, really. But what has now happened is that it has put a white stroke around all of these boxes, which I don't want. So how are we going to make it so we can put it around some of these items, but not this? Well, this is the way we do it, or this is the way I do it. So I'm just going to bring, first of all, this group here. I am just going to make a box around them all like this. Just a little bit, not quite far enough over. Just move it over that way a little bit. You see, I've just clicked up that tool. Sorry, I'm just doing it quickly. Now I'm going to cut, edit, cut. Now edit, you're going to paste special, paste in place, and it's going to go exactly back where it is. But what happens now is that is actually on a separate layer to the other part of this. There we go. So I can quite easily then do what I did last time, double click, click on a stroke, and it's just going to give me those strokes. Now the next thing I do is I add another layer. I just put it behind. I've just put that layer down underneath that, which I dragged it. There you go, dragged it. Now you can see, I'm going to go in a bit closer now, that we've got these gaps. So I need to then fill these gaps in. And the way that I do that is I just use the paintbrush. We've got white selected already. And because I've put it in behind, I'm going to fill in all these gaps. If you don't fill the gaps in, then the Cricut machine will try to cut them out, and we don't want that. So I'm going to cover that. There we go. I think most of the time you could contact the seller and they may even provide you with a decent PNG file. You know, give it a try. Say I'm using a Cricut machine. The first ones I bought, before I bought them, I saw that they didn't have a PNG file. So I contacted the seller and asked if they had a PNG file or if she could let me have one, and she said certainly, and she done that, and then I bought it. So you can get around it. Okay, I am now going to merge them two layers. You don't really need to, but I'm just like to keep it tidy. So I've selected them both and then right clicked and you get that little menu. So now I've merged them. When I turn this on now, we're good with this area, but we've still got a few other problems. And one of the things I found with this one was that this is transparent when you have to have a background, and this doesn't have a background. So I then had to create, oh, where did we go? Here we go. So I took the shape tool, a rectangle. I'm going to go, oops, I'm going to go in again. I'm not going to go through the whole because this took me a little while to do it. Probably about 20 minutes. Okay, so now I've got that white box there, and that's going to be the same shape for all of them. Now I can drop that down underneath. That's what I'm going to do. And so now it just looks like it should actually look, and the Cricut won't try to cut this middle box out, which is what it would do if you try to put it in to upload it into your Cricut design space like this. The reason why I know that is because I've tried it. And then I would just right click on that rectangle and I would say duplicate layer. Okay, and then the layer is duplicated, and I would just drag it over into the next space. Now what I find is easier to do is I then select both of them by holding down the command key and clicking on both of them. Then I right click, duplicate layers. So now we have two layers duplicated, and I'm going to drag them both over. It's just a bit quicker. And so you get the idea, you know, like you can, how many boxes have we got left? You got 3. So then you could click on 3, duplicate the 3 and drag them over. And so you have to do that for all of these transparent boxes, all of this area here, you would have to do, and also behind here, because if it's see-through, then you're going to find when you put it in design space that Cricut will try to cut it out. How did I get to, I done the same here with this section. So I selected it all. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. I'm selecting them all, and this is a lot easier like that. And then we edit. Oh, okay, I'm on the wrong layer. Make sure that you're on the right layer, which is the layer 1. Edit, cut, there you go. Then edit, paste special, because we want it to go right back where it should for when we print it out. We don't want to have to start moving things around. Now, so they're all selected on a different layer now. And like that, you see it's all on another layer. So I just double click, and I want to put the stroke in again. You can change the size of the stroke if you like there's different sizes. 10 is like really big. I tend to use 5 because it seems to work really nicely, and then I don't have to do any filler with this one because there's not any big gaps like that. They're pretty small gaps, so they're all okay. And everything else seems to be okay. It's just like these ones here. So how would I do this? Well, I would actually use what we call the polygonal lasso, because you've got a few edges. Oh, and there's, look, see, I nearly missed that dog foot on the dog print there. So we're going to go around all of those because I want all of those to have some white. I don't know if I want that person's butt to have white around it. I might leave that as that is. Okay, so I think we're doing all right. There we go. Okay, so now we are going to make sure we're on the right layer, which is layer 1. Edit, cut, and then edit. Remember, paste special, paste in place. Now we're going to do the same thing. Double click on the layer, select the stroke, and you will see that that clearly does what we need it to do. Now what I would do here maybe is I might even turn the amount down slightly, so you can go back into that. I might turn it down slightly. I find that that stroke, if you can see, those two are meeting, and it is quite a lot. So maybe we try 3. That's quite nice, isn't it? Okay, so let's do 3. Then on these objects, let's shut that. I'm going to add a layer, and then drop it underneath, so it is underneath this layer. Then I will get my paintbrush again, and I'm going to fill in just some of the spaces. Remember, we don't want the Cricut machine to have to cut these out. We want to fill them in. And also there, there's another one, there's another one, there's another one, and there. Should make that smaller really. I'm being lazy. Okay. And so I just review them all and make sure that they're all filled in. And I think that is good. Aha! So we've got that little bit there. Okay. And now down this section here. So I'll just quickly do this one, and then you're going to have to finish off all of these. I do the numbers the same way that I do the words. So I cut the whole group, select them, and then I give them a stroke, exactly like this. So if this was the numbers, I would select all of them like this, and then I would do the edit, make sure I'm on the right layer, layer 1, edit, cut, edit, paste special, paste in place, you double click on the layer, stroke, and I think that's quite a nice size, 3 for that. So I normally keep the stroke the same, but because this is so small, a Hobonichi Weeks planner is very, very small, so I don't think you'll notice it so much. And so once you've done that and you've worked on these, what it should look like is this. So you've now got backgrounds behind all of these objects, and you can put this straight into Cricut, print it out, and you will have no problems. So if there's anything about this quick tutorial that you want to ask me, please put comments down below. If you're curious about anything that I'm doing here, or even creating your own stickers from scratch, which I have done, I can definitely do some tutorials on that. Just let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe to my channel, and yeah, I'd love to see some of your spreads once you've done this. Thanks. Bye bye.